And live from the rinks, it's Sunday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. On behalf of the entire crew here at the rinks at Hidden Ponds Park, I'd like to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of the Kings Park Commack Knights and Sachem. Coming into tonight, the Knights sit at 11-3-2. Worth noting that when you look in the standings, that they have 3 losses. Only one of them has come in regulation. So just based on how the league promotes the statistics on their website, those overtime loss points, they count, but they're really sitting at 11-1-2-2 with 2 ties, 2 overtime losses. On the other side for Sachem, they're sitting at 12-3-1 on the season. Take a quick look at the standings in the Varsity division, and you can find this on the Suffolk County High School Hockey League website. That's SCHSHL.org. An acronym that really rolls off the tongue, if I do say so myself. But coming into tonight's matchup, Kings Park sits in second, Sachem sits in third. They trail them by 1 point. Neither team has a game in hand. They both played 16 matchups. A win tonight by Sachem allows them to leapfrog KPC. That moves them into second. If the Knights win here tonight, they'll move into first place until EI either loses their next matchup. In terms of tiebreaks, I think EI would actually hold it regardless, but I digress. A win here tonight by Sachem. Northport Huntington in the standings, well, it's a difference of -5 goal differential and a -36 goal differential. And that makes a difference. Starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup: Michael DiGirolamo, his 11th start of the season, sitting at 6-3-1 on the year. On the opposite side for Kings Park Commack, it'll be Jason Krauthammer making his 11th start of the year. Krauthammer among the league leaders in goals against this season in the Varsity division. TJ Olmsnyder, rather, who's allowed 24 goals against through 12 games for St. Anthony's. So an exciting matchup between these two squads, playoff positioning on the line, and we have some absences and some injuries for both squads. No Ryan Walsh, no Nick Sattler for the Kings Park Commack Knights. They are out of the lineup with injuries undisclosed. On the other side, Cameron Calber, as well as Chris O'Hay and Michael Matera, all 3 players out of the lineup for Sachem. But the good news is this: after 2 games out of the line, he's got 29 on the year. And for the opening draw, it'll be Alp Octu, centering Colin Calber, older brother of the aforementioned Thomas Kinkowski, Jesse Lemza, Tyler Granelli, and I believe on the opposite wing, that is Ronald Hemley for the first line. Sachem has won the draw. They've entered the zone. Kinkowski battling with first beneath the goal line. Kicked free, Octu on it in the opposite corner. Cohen, pass comes across. Cohen at the line, pass the back door, walks in, shot, save, DiGirolamo. We got our first stoppage of the period. Alp Octu versus Jesse Lemza in the dot. Face off, won by Octu, reversed, Capice around the wall versus the Walsh. Cross ice feed, ends up with Kinkowski. The Sachem captain races up ice, enters, poked off his stick by first. Continuing the battle beneath the goal line. Kinkowski comes away with it, Lemza knocks it off his stick, pass from Kemley to first, and Granelli chips it in. Walsh races after it. Kings Park Commack get 13:43 remaining in the frame. Defensive zone draw. Coyle in the dot versus Richie Bovich. Sachem comes away with it. They get it up but not out of the zone. Redirected, Jack Salva coming in. Pulls up, shot, goes wide. Coyle racing after it on the rebound. To Salva, looking towards the back door. Pass ends up behind Hudzinski, racing after it. It's Maximus Hudzinski, the younger brother of the elder Hudzinski, the captain, Stefan, who makes the lead pass intended for Coyle, but that's broken up. Greg Monty carries it in, pulls up, under pressure, toe drag, can't get the shot off, second attempt blocked. Monty races after. Puck leaves the zone. Alamia in a race against Salva, but he's going to come away with it. The Sachem defender looks D to D. Lead pass. Heading the other way, Monty. To Bovic, who collects it. Looks to enter Kings Park Commack zone. They do. Sent around the wall. McGrain after it. Kinkowski steps up. Forces him to chip that one out. And Walsh takes over, chips it back in. Kinkowski can't catch Richardson. He races in on the backhand. The Kings Park Commack All-Star pulls up. Sachem forces a turnover. Puck comes out of the zone. Racing after it, Michael DeCero reverses. Pass Brian Prang. Might have gotten a stick on it. Sean Walsh beneath the goal line with possession for Sachem. Looking up ice. Carries it. Lead pass. Ends up going off the backhand of Golden. Sent back in by Michael Morrow. Offside. Sachem has to check up. Puck comes to Thomas Kinkowski. He flips it up. And in, he'll chase. Golden on the attack. McGrain with possession, reversing. Cohen up the wall. Lead pass, intended for Prang. Behind him. Walsh pulls up with possession, looking for the pass to the back door. Kings Park Commack definitely tracking Kinkowski here early on. As soon as he crosses the red line, there's a defender on him. But this time he gets it as he comes in, fires a shot that's redirected into the netting. We get a stoppage. 11:41 remaining in the frame. And the defensive zone draw is won by the Knights. They have possession. Under pressure, Nicky Ress on the attack. Lead pass comes up, but the puck is held in, at least initially, against Ronald Kemley. Lines in a bit of a blender. Hudzinski moving down to the second, Kemley up to the first. Against a strong Sachem squad, you'll see these lineups mixed up a little bit as playoffs approach. Monty is entered. Pulls up, shot, redirected into the netting. We get a stoppage with 11:15 remaining. Nicky Ress in the dot. Face off is controlled by Sachem. They hold the zone. Capice comes to Ress on the cycle beneath the goal line. Pass towards the slot, broken up. Comes to left, and then a shot on net by Ress. He pokes at it late. Scrum breaks out. No haymakers thrown, so presumably no calls will be coming on this one, but officials wisely step in to break that one up. Seems that Ress will head to the box. He appears to be the lone player heading that way, so it'll be a power play for the Knights. Four minutes gone by in regulation. A penalty to Nicky Ress. The only thing up on the scoreboard so far. Call is for slashing. Ronald Kemley in the dot. He wins it back. Comes to the point. Cohen, shot. Stopped by DiGirolamo. Puck is loose. Kemley with possession. Looks to reset to Cohen. Curls on the wall, and Peace nearly breaks up the play. Pass comes across. Granelli. Back across. Shot. Redirected. Picked up beneath the goal line. Looking to stuff it short side. Comes loose in front. They score! And apologies, appears our power play clock had a bit of an issue, but nonetheless, it's going to be a goal for Kings Park Commack, a power play goal. And first they try and stuff it short side. That one's turned aside. Rebound comes free. Kemley cashes in. The Knights. Appears that DiGirolamo heading to the bench for an equipment-related issue. And the Knights now lead 1-0. Another issue for our scoreboard. My apologies. 10:37 remaining. DiGirolamo correcting his equipment. Scorekeeper discussing with the official, getting correct score up there, and right now the officials discussing with the KPC bench. As it stands, this game is currently listed as being 1-0. The goal credited to Michael DeCero on the score sheet. That would be wildly inaccurate, to say the least, but now it appears Stefan Hudzinski's heading for the box, so the captain takes a penalty after a goal was scored. DeCero did not have that tally. Don't even believe he was on the ice. Hopefully they get a chance to correct that, but irregardless, it's going to be a power play for Sachem. They gave up a power play goal. Now they have a chance to even the score. DiGirolamo heading back out. Face-off is 1. Sachem with possession. They're on the power play. Octu chipping it in. Knights force the turnover. They get it out of the zone. Lead pass comes to Lemza. He walks in. Pulls up. Curling. Fires a shot. Goes across the slot. Comes out of the zone. Octu. Pulls up. Sends it around the wall. Kankowski. To Octu. Looking towards the front. Deflected. Colin Calvert can't settle in. Skates Ronald Kemley. Comes away with it. Lead pass to Tyler Granelli. Tied up by Colin Calvert, who forces a change of possession. Kankowski entering. Looking to settle the score. Cutting in. Pulls up beneath the goal line on his backhand. Gets it back now after a near turnover forced by the Knights. Kankowski pulls in, looking for the Michigan. Can't settle it. Still has it. Penalty, rather power play is off the board. My apologies. The penalties were offsetting. Alameda with possession. Play was at 5-on-5. Having some issues with my scoreboard. My apologies. Kankowski loses possession. McGrade takes control. Lead pass. Entering the zone. Knights sending it towards the slot. That one sails across. Thunderous hit behind the play, and now Sachem heads the other way. Kankowski enters, fires. Shot was deflected. Kankowski on the rebound, sends it towards the slot. Nobody there for Sachem. Now they're on the back check. Knights looking to head the other way. It's deflected in by Siegler from the wrong side of the red line. No icing on the play. You get those area calls sometimes by officials, and a game like this, you're going to see a lot of whistles. Understandable. Make that decision. Under pressure, Sachem trying to force change of possession. They do. Richie Bovich has it poked off his stick, battling for it, comes away with it, enters, pulls up, curling towards the wall, looking for a pass, separated from the puck, still battling for it, in his skates, comes out. Wandling sends it in. Monty chases on the right wing, pulls up along the half wall, sends it off the back wall. Bovich can't settle it. Knights head up ice with possession. Pass comes all the way across. Picked up. Brian Prang. Chipped in. Turnover nearly forced. Richie Bovich races in to rescue it. Lead pass comes to Capice. He enters on the outside, looking to cut in. Fires a shot. Oh, that went off the back of the net. My apologies. Nearly fooled me from my angle. Sachem has it. Shot turned aside by the shoulder of Krauthammer. Bovich sending it back in. Wandling on the attack. Comes free. Justinik against Monty. The Sachem power forward has it. Looking for the shot. Fires. And it goes just wide. Looking to snipe. Stick side high. Capice keeps it in, but Knights nearly forced change of possession. DeCero gets it up. Justinik gets it out. Bovich gets possession. And he looks across. Knights in the middle of a change. Lead pass. Tyler Alameda pinching in along the right wing wall. Sachem has in the corner. Turnover forced by Prang. Lead pass. Intercepted. Octu. To Monty. On his backhand. Loses possession. Knights with control. Looking up ice. It's John Coyle. Cuts across. With possession. Enters. On his backhand. Pulls up. Sends it towards the net. Rebound comes free. Coyle gets it back to Salva. Shot. Blocked. Rebound. Rather, the puck coming off the player is picked up. Knights have control. Lead pass, broken up again. Kinkowski, the captain, 2-on-2, racing in. Flips it through. Shot redirected, turned aside. A golden opportunity for Sachem. And now puck comes out of the zone. Walsh with control, D to D. Joe Capice. And he sends it up. Off the wall comes Kinkowski. He enters. Trying to slip through the defenders. Poked off his stick. Puck is sent out of the zone. Kinkowski goes down behind the play. He wants a penalty. He won't get it. Jack Salvo with the poke check against Sean Walsh on the other side. Racing in. Takes a hit from Walsh. And Capice picks it up. Under pressure from Coyle. Escapes momentarily. Lemza forced to turnover. 2-on-1. Down low. Pass. Shot. Scores! And the Knights take a 2-goal lead. A strong play by Jesse Lemza along the wall. The puck comes to John Coyle. He had 4 points against the Northport Huntington Tigers. And he has the assist here. Salva cashing in. Knights take a commanding 2-0 lead with 9 minutes gone by in the frame. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. The goal was correct. It's Ronald Kemley, assisted by Sean Richardson. That first one, the second one by Jack Salva, assisted by John Coyle. Shot for Morrow is redeflected over the net, or redirected rather. Morrow on the cycle, plays the body, not the puck. Knights come away with it. Lead pass off the skate on the linesman. The officials are part of the field of play no matter how much we sometimes wish they weren't, and that's not a criticism of them. They have a very difficult job, and here in Suffolk, we're very fortunate to have them, believe me. Maximus Hudzinski sends it towards the net. Turnover forced. John Golden enters, pulls up, fires a shot, redirected. Went off the skate of Richardson. The slot shot, save, rebound is free. Poking at it, and Krauthammer gets the cover. And another scrum breaks out in front. And a strong play by John Golden. His first shot gets blocked, but pounces on the loose puck in the corner. Sends it right in front. Morrow gets a chance. First save is made. Second save, puck is loose. And then as he tries to crash it, Richardson comes over the top there. Maximus Hudzinski heading to the box. Appears that, as it stands, it appears Sachem will go on the power play. 2 goals in the game. And now a penalty going against the Knights. Not the first minor they've been assessed, but it is the first power play Sachem will receive. Remember those 2 offsetting penalties that was initially listed on as a power play on the scoreboard. It took a couple seconds for us to get that down after the scorekeeper took it down. Kinkowski, pass across, tries to feather it, but just a bit too much on that one. Correction, the pass was intended for Kinkowski. It was from Colin Calvert. He pulls up along the wall under pressure. Thomas Kinkowski. Sean Richardson pressures. Kinkowski, the captain, pass to the point. Joe Capice walks the line. Pass across. Colin Calvert, shot. Turned aside, pad save. Looking back door. Knights doing a good job taking away that pass. Cross ice, so Capice comes to the point, give and go. Shot off the back wall. Collected by Greg Monty. Mascaro at the point with Capice on this power play. Mascaro walking in, shot. Looking for the redirect, sails wide, picked up at the point. Capice walks the line. Under pressure from Lemza. Pass comes to the corner. Calber to Monty. Off his skate, back to Calber in the corner. Sent around the wall. Kinkowski has to pick it up. 50 seconds remaining on the Sachem power play. Turnover forced, or nearly forced. Jesse Lemza forcing Sachem out of the zone. Kinkowski recovers. Sachem checks up. He comes in. Fires a shot. Turned aside. Rebound is free. The Sachem captain to Capice. Walks in. Fires. Shot, scores! And Sachem finds the back of the net. Kinkowski with the first shot, and if at first you don't succeed, try again. Thomas Kinkowski with the pass to Joe Capice. His shot coming from the top of that dot and ends up finding the back of the net. 3:52 remaining in the first frame. Sachem gets on the board. Face off. One back by Sachem. Under pressure, Walsh, Salva on the attack. Coyle joins it, but Alamia loses control. Puck comes to the front first, can't settle it. Rolled on him. Octu now. Heading up ice, enters the zone, cuts in, shot, redirected into the netting. We get a stoppage with 3:31 remaining. The goal from Joe Capice, his second of the season. 3:30 remaining in the frame. Octu versus Coyle in the dot. Coyle has been on fire lately for the Knights. Face off, one back. Bovic under pressure, escapes two defenders, dancing and prancing. Pass to the back door, won't go. Sent up to the point. Alamia sends it right back in. Coyle can't settle it. Wandling gets tied up. Octu comes away with it. Pass towards the front. Crownhammer redirects it. Cohen picks it up in the corner, gets it out of the zone. Walsh pokes it right back to him. Enters. Hudzinski goes down at the line. A hit in the corner. Cohen knocked off the puck. Alamia takes a hit from the captain, Hudzinski. Scrum behind the net. We get a couple haymakers, and there's going to be penalties on this one. Officials break that up before it can even, not necessarily before it can start, but almost. And there are strict rules. Did appear that we might have had some fisticuffs in the corner, so we'll see what the calls are. Now, sometimes when the stick comes up, it's hard to track from our vantage point. .259 remaining in the period. We're going to see who's going to the box. It appears currently it'll be Jack Salva and Sean Walsh. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action between the Kings Park Commack Knights and Sachem in the Varsity division. As it stands, these penalties are offsetting. Face-off appears to have come all the way down. Sachem Bentz wants an explanation. Officials don't appear to have given it to them, but that's just from our vantage point. They're being talked, or it's being discussed now at the line, but face-off will take place. Kemley wins it. Carries, pass to the slot, redirected. Cohen, shot, save! DiGirolamo, puck comes out of the zone. Racing up ice, potential breakaway. Ryan first in the back to Kinkowski, shot, save, rebound is free. Calver scores! And just like that, Sachem levels the playing field. A save by DiGirolamo on one end. Kinkowski shot turned aside, and Calber forehand or backhand forehand into the back of the net. 2:43 now remaining in the period. It's a tie game. Connor Cohen with a chance on one end. Colin Calber cashes in on the other. Lemza versus Colin Calber in the dot. Face off. Tied up, and it's one back. Tied up again in the corner. Grinelli to Kemley. He races after it. Pass comes to the point, skips the stick of Cohen, racing after Kinkowski. Krauthammer elects to come out of his net. Monty breaks up, Kinkowski knocks it down. And he reverses, cycling it into the corner. Monty battling with Ryan first. Bovic on the attack, forced to change possession to Kinkowski. Shot! Save! Krauthammer. Still battling for it. Knights against in the corner. Kinkowski trying to pickpocket. Knights in the slot now, a 2-on-2 developing. Kinkowski the back checker against Grinelli. Looking to break up the play, he does. Racing up ice, he's got Greg Monty with him. 3-on-2 developing. Carries it in, pulls up, looking for the pass. Fires a shot instead when he can't find the angle. Redirects off a Knights player and comes out all the way. Alamia, 1:45 remaining. Resets, lead pass to Bovic. Sachem in the middle of a change. Richie Bovic for possession. Escapes Michael DeCero. Sends it off the wall. Collected. Rest to Bovic. Back to Rest, settling it. Under pressure, towards the slot. Redirected, and it's covered by Crownhammer. And Big Nick McGuire exchanging pleasantries with Sean Richardson in the slot. Would not recommend that. Face off. One by the Knights. Rest in the corner, looking to force change possession. Comes to Alameda, walks the line. Shot. And it's redirected in front. Ends up going off the backboards. Sent around. McGuire on the attack. Bovich helps force KPC to cough it up, but they get it right back. Send it out of the zone. Tyler Alamia. Redirected. Comes back down. Sean Richardson, D-to-D. Maximus Hudzinski looking backdoor. Finds Michael DeCero. He crosses the red line, chips it in. Alamia will chase. Tied up with Prang. Knights come away with it momentarily. Colin Caliber forces the turnover. Looking up ice. His pass is deflected. A strong play from Maximus Hudzinski. And Justinik sends it right back in. Alamia to Kinkowski. Sachem captain. Heading up ice. 2-on-2 with Colin Caliber. Fires a shot and it's saved by Krauthammer. That comes with 30 seconds remaining in the period. My apologies, appears the scoreboard froze on me there. So we corrected that, and if you have any issues watching the broadcast at home, just message the account on the YouTube live stream, or you can message us on Instagram. We'll always endeavor to help you. Face-off is tied up. Kinkowski had it momentarily. Now Tyler Granelli, but Caliber on the back check, forced to change possession. Mascaro, D-to-D. Looking up ice, pass intended for Octu off the skate of Coyle. Comes to Siegler, he enters. Drop pass, Galgano. And that one goes awry. Sachem sends it up and out of the zone. Can't chip it past first. Heading the other way now, Knights with possession, 5 seconds remaining. Pass comes out of the zone, Galgano settles it. Period will expire, Octu and Galgano collide as the buzzer sounds. And we'll be right back with the start of the second period on the Long Island Sports Network. Taping everything, because no matter how many times I ask, they still lean every time. I got the box. You're good. I got it. This is just what the sun fighting and violence. One down there too. And we're back with the start of second period action. I hope you use your break wisely to follow the @LI Sports Network Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts. And the face-off, one back, or one forward rather, by the Knights. Pass across. I'd like to thank the helpful spectator who helped tape down one of our wires that came loose during the intermission as the face-off commenced. Big thank you to him. One of the Knights spectators. Now Sachem heading the other way. Colin Caliber, lead pass. Give and go. 3-on-3, enters the zone, but Ryan First makes a strong stop. Puck heads the other way. Tyler Granelli, lead pass. Kemley, intended for Lemza. He enters with possession. Knocked off the puck. Second effort. Walsh forces it free. Granelli battling for it. Gets it back, but there's a penalty heading against KPC. And Sachem heads to the power play. 4:17 remaining in the frame. Suffolk County High School Hockey League varsity action on the Long Island Sports Network. Knights scored 2 unanswered at the start of the second, or at the start of the first period if you're just joining us. Ronald Kemley, Jack Salva, the goal scores for the Knights, and then 3:52 remaining. Joe Capice scored, assisted by Kinkowski, then Colin Caliber, assisted by Kinkowski. First penalty of the period, a holding call that went against Tyler Granelli. Officials are always quick to call plays that impact possession, and now face-off has been won by the Knights, or correction by Sachem. Mascaro, D to D, Capice has it, looking, send it towards the net, ends up going off the wall. Capice tries to cycle it, comes to Maximus Hudzinski, comes up but not out of the zone. Capice back off the wall. Kinkowski tied up under pressure, and sent down by Jack Salva. Coyle on the attack now. Mascaro comes away with it. Curls towards the wall. Carries it under pressure. Knights can't initially force turnover. Then Maximus Hudzinski gets it, sends it back down. 40 seconds gone by on the power play. Joe Capice carrying it up ice with speed. Cut into the outside, looking for the pass to the slot. Ends up settling for the pass to the point for Kinkowski. Pass across. Beautiful feed. Back. Shot save! Krauthammer. Knights looking for a clear, but it's held in along the left wing wall by Colin Calberer. Pulls up. Pass to the point. Angelo Mascaro steps in. Shot. Ends up going off Monty. Puck is free. Sent to the point. Mascaro takes it. D to D. Pass. Capice. Shot. Turned aside. 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Jack Salva sends it up, but not out of the zone. Held in at the line by Joe Capice. Knocked down. High stick against the Knights, and that's just a high stick for batting the puck out of midair. Not a penalty, of course. Just want to clear up any confusion on that. 12:49 remaining in the period. 32 seconds on the power play. Sachem surging here in the second stanza. Franco Justinic, Michael DeSaro, the penalty killers up front. Out Bach to Joe Wanderling and Richie Bovich on the power play up front. And the face-off won by Sachem. Bovich looking towards the slot. Pass redirected. Sean Richardson, the Kings Park Commack defenseman, represented them at the All-Star game. He got the clear. Tyler Alamia with Sean Walsh on the back end. Lead pass comes to Bovich. Chips it on ahead. Tied up. Octu comes away with it under pressure from DeSaro. Lead pass comes to the point. Sean Walsh holds it in on his backhand. Pass, shot, rebound comes free. Second attempt goes just wide. Sent towards the net again. Puck is loose. Knights can't come away with it. Play returns to 5-on-5. Out Bach 2, off the wall. Bovich can't settle it. Comes out of the zone. Alamia sends it right back where it came from. Connor Cohen with possession. Has Sean Richardson with him, but Richardson goes to the front of the net, and Cohen makes the pass up the strong side wall. Lead pass, Michael DeSaro sends it in. Scored his first career varsity goal against Northport Huntington. Brendan Yerkes had the call for that one. You can find the completed game footage on our YouTube channel. Out Bach 2 coming in now. Those comes in, shot, and it trickles in! Sachem gesturing, it went in. We're gonna roll the replay. And at least from my first instinct, was that Out Bach 2 definitely found the back of the net here. You see the shot, ends up trickling free. That one crossed the line. That will not, and again, these replays, we do this for the broadcast, we do it for fun. It's not reviewable. It definitely, absolutely, from our vantage point at least, looks like it crossed the line. Call on the ice is no goal. Game remains 2-2. Tied up, one back by the Knights. Comes out. Joe Capice forcing a turnover. Looking to enter the zone. Pulls up. Pass. Golden. Across. No one on the back door. Colin Calberer on the cycle. Gets it back to Golden. Ryan first forced the turnover. Looks up ice. As Nick Siegler forced to pull up under pressure from John Golden. He reversed it. Now Maximus Hudzinski looks up ice. Looking across. Couldn't thread the needle to his brother. That's the captain, Stefan Hudzinski. So we're going to get an icing here. And I actually believe that the Hudzinski brother's father just chirped his own son about not getting that one, but face-off comes all the way down. Hudzinski in the dot against Ress. He gets kicked out, as does Ress, so it'll be Maximus Hudzinski, the defenseman, stepping in apparently against Greg Monty. And Maximus can't win the draw, but now he's on Greg Monty. Under pressure. Sachem power forward pulls up. Poke check, but he maintains possession, drives towards the net, fires a shot, and that sails into the netting. 10:51 remaining in period. Sachem going toe-to-toe with the Kings Park Commack Knights on the Long Island Sports Network. Jack Ziskin on the call. I'd like to thank you for tuning in here tonight. Always excited to get a game between these two clubs. Face off, it's come outside the zone. Nicky Ress in the dot versus Lemza. McGuire forces a turnover, tried to cut back in, but Knights regain possession. 2-on-2 heading the other way, but Monty on the back check takes that away. Brunelli knocked off the puck. Hemley on the attack. Walsh, however, sends it around the wall. Nick McGuire collects on his backhand, can't settle it. Lemza chips it back in. Angelo Mascaro against Ronald Hemley. Curls towards the wall with the escape turn. Lead pass, Nicky Ress looks across, finds Greg Monty. He picks up speed, enters the zone, pulls up, shot! Saved by Krauthammer. Monty under pressure from Christian McRae. Comes to Jesse Lemza. He sends it around the wall, ends up deflecting in the corner. Grinelli under pressure. Sachem forces a turnover. Nick McGuire cuts towards the net. Backhand shot. Rebound! Turned aside by Krauthammer. Racing after in the corner. Jesse Lemza looking up ice. Finds Ronald Kemley. Comes to Tyler Grinelli. He enters. Drops it off. Kemley. Shot. Paddled aside. Racing after it. Grinelli leaves it behind. But Sachem can't get the clear. Puck is chipped back in. Kemley on the attack. Takes a hit there from Mascaro. Turnover forced. Colin Calber racing up ice. 3 Knights back checkers. But as it stands, 1-on-1. McRae breaks the play up. A strong defensive play. Sachem has it though. Kankowski walks in. Shot. Save. Rebound. They score! Sachem takes a 3-2 lead. Back-to-back goals. The captain, Kankowski. First shot won't go. Second shot, the rebound. Finds the back of the net. Outbach 2. Cashing in. 9:24 remaining in the period. Defensive zone draw, or neutral zone draw rather. One back. Sachem, D-to-D with possession. Alamia back, across. And then it's chipped into the zone. Richardson looks to send it out, but Calber comes away with it. Walks in, under pressure, backhand shot. Redirected, comes out of the zone. Capice with possession, under pressure from Salva. Escapes, chips it in, Sachem checks up, and Krauthammer settles. Knights looking up ice. Stefan Hudzinski looking for the clear. It's held in. Tyler Alamia. Second effort. Hudzinski breaks free. 3-on-1. Comes in. Shot. Save DiGirolamo. Sent up, but not out of the zone. Maximus Hudzinski keeping it in from his boot. Stefan Hudzinski in front. Shot. Save. Rebound is covered. And a scrum breaks out. Bit of a Donnybrook here. As you can see. Get a bit of a... Donnybrook appears the captain. Hudzinski will head back to the box. We're going to see if anybody else heads to the box as it stands. Knights have the lone member heading to the box, and now Bachtu and Sean Richardson exchanging pleasantries as Richardson's forced to pull up by the official, and Octu heads to the box, so it appears it'll be offsetting for now. Octu gestures towards the officials. That won't. Oh, Richardson heads in too. Oh, Richardson's heading to the locker room. Sean Richardson ejected. He's out of here. The KPC All-Star sees his night cut short. A big loss on the back end. Sachem surging. 2 goals late in the first period. Another here in the second. Outbach 2, the goal scorer. Hudzinski in the box. Richardson to the locker room. And Hudzinski knocked 2 still in the box, if I didn't mention that already. Thomas Kankowski, 3 assists. Not normally a setup man. But when you find the back of the net as often as he does, well, there usually aren't rebounds to cash in on. Tonight, Jason Krauthammer's been on his game. He's made a lot of stops, but Sachem makes him pay on the rebounds. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Officials sorting this one out. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to use this momentary stoppage with 8:38 remaining in the period to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all latest game recaps, highlights, news, and analysis. And don't forget to check out the LI Hockey website, where we routinely post all the latest highlights, articles, all the action, all the games around the league at the varsity level. Officials sorting this one out. Hope you're having a great Sunday, everyone. We have a great game in for you tonight. 1 player in the box for each club. Richardson's the locker room, scorekeeper. Busy at work on his tablet, so as soon as we get an official update, we'll give you an official call. As it stands, penalties in the second period. 8:38, Alpbach 2 roughing. 8:38, Stefan Hudzinski cross-checking. Those are offsetting. So as it stands, play will remain at 5-on-5, but the face-off will come all the way back down into Knights territory. And the reason for that is you crash the net, which initiates the scrum. Galgano heads to the box for KPC as well. So we're going to wait and see, because as it stands, there's no power play up on the board. But there are 2 Knights in the box. We're still waiting on a complete update on the calls. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. But as it stands, it appears that play will remain at 5-on-5. Correction. It's a power play for Sachem. A 5-minute major. And the draw. Won by Ryan, or 1-2 Ryan first, but Kankowski and Monty pinning it in the corner. A potentially game-changing call. Greg Galgano is serving. The 5-minute major assessed to Sean Richardson. Grinelli along the boards, battling for it, gets it to first, comes back to Grinelli. Lemza looking to slip behind the fence as that one's batted down and settled. Mascaro with possession. Turnover nearly forced, and then kicked free by Lemza. Ends up going to DiGirolamo. Batted down by Lemza, looking for a shot, forced to pull up, under pressure in the corner. Moves it to Grinelli. Capice along the wall. 2 Sachem players in the corner, but they have a 5-on-4 advantage. Puck comes out of the zone. Goes off Cohen's stick. He sends it back up the wall. Into the zone. Grinelli on sides. Mascaro deflects it. Shot! They score! The short-handed goal with 7:41 remaining. Jesse Lemza knots things up at 3. Not the way you want to start out a 5-minute man advantage, giving up a shorthanded goal. But the Knights snap a streak of 3 unanswered goals for Sachem, and as Sachem comes away with the draw, their lead has vanished. 3-3 tie. And with 7:30 remaining, Sean Walsh with possession, looking up ice. Pass comes to Joe Wandling. Pass across, off the wall. Maximus Hudzinski racing after. Looks for the clear, held in at the line. Sean Walsh, nearly broken up by Jack Salva. Comes to Wandling. Into the corner, back to Walsh, under pressure. Give and go. Bovic now with possession. Pass to the right wing half wall. Shot from an off angle, goes off the back of the net. Wandling on the cycle. Slips past Alamia, held at the line by Bovic. He escapes pressure, but it goes off Alamia's skate out of the zone. Sends it back in. Maximus Hudzinski, lead pass intended for Salva, goes awry. Knights pressing short-handed. Pass across the slot, comes to Richie Bovic. He looks up ice. It's batted down. Alamia on the attack. Racing in. Shot, save. Rebound comes free. Alamia shot turned aside. Puck is loose. Sachem looking to take back over. Bovic trying to settle. It comes to Wandling. His shot glancing off the glove of Krauthammer. Wandling tries to send it towards the slot. Maximus Hudzinski says thank you very much. Sends it out of the zone. 2-on-1 developing. Alamia racing back. Coyle to the outside. And he's knocked off the puck by Sean Walsh. Wraparound turned aside by DiGirolamo. Sachem has possession. Sachem crowd going wild behind the play. Walsh is down. We get a whistle. 2:22 remaining on the power play. 6 minutes remaining in regulation. We're going to see what happens. Some explicatives being shouted from the crowd. Back and forth between the crowd. I'm glad we taped the wires down here. Security breaking up the scrum as the spectators go back and forth. Walsh down on the ice. Sean Richardson was ejected. We'll see if anything else happens. Right now, waiting to see if there's a call going against KPC. It was hard to tell, as you might have heard on the broadcast, some raised voices. Walsh down on the ice, trainers attending to him. We hope he's okay. As it stands, another 5-minute major, this time to John Coyle. Reset the clock. And it's now another major penalty going against the Knights. I didn't see John Coyle go to the locker room. As it stands, it would be implied based on what's on the board that he did. Whether or not we saw, it's irrelevant. As it stands, his night should be over. Another 5-minute major. Another loss for KPC. In their first meeting of the season, it was Thomas Kankowski who got tossed. Here tonight, two KPC players heading out. Whistle is blown. 2 5-minute majors on the board. The first one, 2:22 remaining. The second one, well, that's only just begun as it stands. If Sachem finds the back of the net, it will continue. I believe after 2 minutes will expire. Admittedly, my rule book for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League a bit outdated on my end. I'll try and get some clarification on that. I believe it will become a 5-on-4 if they score, but only after the next 22 seconds. So they got to hold them off for 22 seconds or remains 5-on-3. And this could be absolutely devastating as Knights send a player to serve. It appears it'll be 21. That's Siegler heading in. John Coyle's night is done. He heads to the locker room. A big loss for the Knights. Their second big loss of the game. It's a 3-3 tie. Sachem with a man advantage. Sean Walsh on the bench, so glad to see he's still there. He is sitting, though. Colin Calber re-enters. 5-on-3 power play. 10 seconds remaining until it's 2 minutes remaining on that first one to Richardson. And the shot is stopped by Krauthammer. 5:41. Draw on the right wing dot. Lemza gets possession. Looks to hold it as long as he can before sending it a length of the ice. Heading up ice with speed, the captain Kankowski has 3 assists. Comes in, pulls up, looking, still has it. Pass, Colin Calber. And his shot goes wide. Comes to Capice. Capice to Mascaro, back to Capice. Comes to Calber. Across, deflected. Kankowski's gonna settle it. Walking in, cuts in. Poked off his stick, Kalber settles it, but puts it right into the skate of Kinkowski. 1:11 remaining on this first major penalty shot. Redirected, rebound comes free. Collected by Mascaro. He leaves it for Kalber, actually, who walks in now. Shot, rebound comes free. Ryan first on the backhand, looking for the clear. It's held in. Capice can't, no, it slips by him, one-on-one. Ends up in Lemza's skates. Capice pickpockets him. 50 seconds remaining on the first penalty. Lemza changes behind the play. Capice racing in. Drops it off. Kalber to Kinkowski. Shot! Scores! Thomas Kinkowski finds the back of the net. 4:18 remaining. The one-time clapper from the NCDC PAL Junior Islanders tender. He'll be joining their junior program, a strong program, next season. The power play goal gives Sachem the lead. Sean Walsh back out on the ice. Glad to see he's okay. And penalty did not release, so it's still 5-on-3. Kinkowski tied up by Kemley. McRain gets it out of the zone. Sachem has to reset. Richie Bovich to Greg Monty. He re-enters, pulls up, looking for the shot. Pass, Kinkowski walks in. Ends up leaving it for Walsh after he can't get the shot off. Walsh races in. Shot goes just wide. Kinkowski racing after it, but can't hold the line. The captain settles it. Racing up ice with speed. Enters the zone. Pulls up, cuts back in. Wraparound. Can't finish the job. First penalty will expire. Backdoor shot turned aside. Krauthammer. Kemley gets it out. 2-on-1 developing. Walsh back. Monty on the back check. Granelli shot. Save. Rebound is covered. And we get a stoppage. 2:24 remaining on the power play. Apologies, appears accidentally listed Knights is in the lead. Sachem leads 4-3. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on the Long Island Sports Network. If you're just joining us, 2 ejections for the Knights. Sachem leads 4-3. The power play goal from Thomas Kinkowski after Jesse Lemza potted the short-handed goal in the first minute of the first 5-minute major, consecutive 5-minute majors. Puck comes to Salva. He sends it wide of the net. Golden. Give and go. Comes to Colin Kalber, carrying it. Enters the zone. Jack Salva forces him outside. Kalber continuing to race. Off the wall, Joe Capice, give and go. Along the half wall, Ryan first providing pressure. Colin Kalber, pass the slot, shot, save! Krauthammer. Kalber down behind the play. Comes to the point, Capice. Give and go. Gets it back, shot, redirected, or tried to. Krauthammer came well out of his crease to make that stop. And it was a wise decision for the Knights netminder, and here's why. Now you might say, well, that's a little bit outside the crease, don't you think? Well, that's not actually the important part here. The important part is he controls where the rebound goes. If he doesn't come out, there's a potential redirect. Face off is won back by the Knight, or by Sachem, my apologies. Shot, and it's right in the breadbasket. 2:31 remaining in the period, 1:31 remaining on the penalty. To John Coyle, a 5-minute major. Defensive zone draw yet again for the Knights. Michael DeSero, expect to see a lot of him down the stretches. Knights are down without their second line center. Joe Capice to Kinkowski. Feathers a pass across. Kalber towards the slot. Rebound free. Poking at it. Loose. Still loose, and we get a whistle. Sachem crowd shouting loose. From our vantage point, did appear that way, but when official loses sight of the puck on the ice, this isn't a criticism of them losing sight of the puck. It happens all the time. No. They're supposed to blow it dead. That's how they're trained. It's better to blow a play dead than allow Someone to keep poking and poking at the goalie. And maybe poke one in and have a goal counted that maybe shouldn't. So smart call by the official. Face-off is one back. Sachem fumbles it at the line. Mascaro. Turnover forced again. Michael DeCero racing up ice. Cutting in. Pulls up. Looking for the drop pass. Turnover. Kinkowski heading the other way. Cutting in against Connor Cohen. Forced to pull up. Pass to the point. Mascaro. Shot. Save. Krauthammer. Kinkowski on the loose puck in the corner. Sent around the wall. Octu on the opposite side. Looking to send it to the point. Finds Capice. He sends it off the wall. Cohen takes over. 40 seconds remaining on the kill. And the KPC blue liner races up ice. 3-on-2 developing. Short-handed, no less. Justinic the trailer. Cohen forced beneath the goal line. 30 seconds remaining. Knights defender reverses. Puck comes to Capice. DeCero on the forecheck. Sachem defender pulls up, looking for Calber. He slipped behind the defense. They find him, but it slips his stick. Icing waved off. Officials determined Calber got a piece of it. DeCero has control, looking across, fumbles it, gets it back, sends it almost all the way down the ice, and the puck comes to Mascaro. 5 seconds remaining. Lead pass to Kinkowski. We have returned to 5-on-5. Kinkowski pulls up under pressure from Hudzinski. Forcing a turnover. Puck comes free. Prang had it momentarily. And Sachem prevents potential breakaway, but DeCero on the attack. Playing with pace. As the puck is sent back in, Cohen has it. 40 seconds remaining in the second stanza. Puck is redirected, but remains in play. Breakaway opportunity, or partial breakaway, but it comes beneath the goal line. Pass redirected. DeCero unable to settle it. Hudzinski will be called for a minor penalty. It appears the call on the ice will be tripping, and the Knights will be in a familiar spot in this matchup. They're heading back to the PK. Stefan Hudzinski. And it's a frustrating call as a player, and it's a 2-minute minor. Tripping is not a 5-minute major. My apologies for that. As it stands, the slashing major and game misconduct for John Coyle ended up leading to Sachem's 4th goal of the game, a 5-on-3 one-timer. As it stands, shot towards net, redirected, Wandling, sails into the netting. Or correction, appears it remained in play. Officials determined, and it continues. Monty cutting in, shot, ends up going wide, Wandling across the crease. Knights collect, and the period will expire. 1:35 remaining on the tripping minor, assessed to Hudzinski. 15 minutes remaining, regulation. You're watching Suffolk County High School Hockey League action on the Long Island Sports Network. A battle with major implications for the playoff race. A 4-3 game. A battle between the Kings Park Commack Knights and Sachem. Two teams jockeying for that top seed. Regardless of the outcome here tonight, they will both trail East Islip. But the team that can emerge with 2 points has a chance to catch them. And remember, Sachem still has one more game against EI scheduled. They win here tonight, regardless of EI's next game. If they can win that head-to-head matchup, they lost 5-4 with Thomas Kinkowski suspended because Sachem was undefeated until they played KPC. Kinkowski gets tossed in the second period. They're trailing 4-2. They give up 2 goals in the third period. They lose 6-2. Little perspective there. They go in against East Islip. Thomas Ivers, Ryan Anatra, Colin Calber of Sachem, Anthony Pepe of East Islip. They all miss the first period, as does Brody Dixon. Corey McGovern starts. They all come rolling in as the period progresses. They're all there by the start of the second. Sachem loses 5-4 in that matchup. Kinkowski also would have rolled in around the second period. They all play for the same tournament-bound Freeport Arrows Tier 1 organization. But because of the fact that he was suspended, he doesn't play that game. They lose 5-4. So that suspension for Kinkowski alter the course of their season, whether you like the call or not. And now Sachem's on the power play. If they win this game here tonight, they have a chance to take possession of the first seed before the playoffs commence. Greg Monty enters, splits the defense, walks in, shot, save! Krauthammer. Toe save and a beauty. Puck is held in at the line. Walsh sends it back in. McRae picks it back up. Lemza sends it the rest of the way. DiGirolamo settles it. Granelli the forechecker. Walsh with possession. Curls towards the wall. Has it. Lemza the forechecker now. Granelli slides back. Knights circling as the lead pass to Richie Bovich. He slips past. McRae cuts to the outside. Fires a shot. That glances off the paddle of Krauthammer. Capice at the line. Sachem maintains possession, narrowly avoiding a turnover there that would have proved disastrous. Bovich coming in, looking for the shot. Fires it, glove save, and a beauty. Jason Krauthammer. The Knights all-star shutting the door when it matters most. 13:58 remaining in what could potentially be the final frame. A power play with 35 seconds remaining. Stefan Hudzinski, the Knights captain, in the box. And as the face-off is won by the Knights, puck comes out to Jack Salva. Kemley coming in. Kinkowski on the back check. Shot attempt deflected. Kemley picks up the puck. Curls, pulls up to Salva. Shot for an off angle. Went off the back of the net. Under 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Out Bach 2 against Kemley. Puck is pinned in the corner. Salva comes away with it. Sent towards the slot. Knocked down. Sachem. Lead pass. Kinkowski looks up ice. Pulls up. Pass knocked down. High stick. Racing after it. Oktu pulls in. Shot. Broken up. Play returns to 5-on-5. Sent up the wall by Maximus Hudzinski. Turnover force. Kinkowski coming in. Pass to the slot. Can't connect with Oktu. Collected by Kalber. Looking to get to work on the cycle. Oktu against Cohen. Along the wall. Battling for possession. Jack Salva comes away with it. Looking for Kemley or Prang. Comes to Prang. Kemley tied up. And Knights have possession. They re-enter. Kemley flips it in. Alamia gloves it down. Prang on the forecheck. Alamia evades him. Lead pass to Kinkowski. Ends up going all the way down. We get a whistle. 12:45 remaining. A defensive zone draw. Sachem unable to capitalize on the power play. The captain, Stefan Hudzinski, out of the box, looking to make Sachem pay. But for now, DeCero, Prang, Justinik will look to settle the score. Face-off is won. DeCero moving to center those two. Normally centered by John Coyle, though. I've seen those lines in a blender as the puck goes out of play. We get a stoppage with 12:33 remaining. And one of the biggest strengths of the Knights, they're one of the fastest teams in this division. They play with great pace, one of the most well-structured teams in the league. They have two goaltenders in the top four, or two goaltenders in the top three in terms of GAA. And they have that for a reason. Face-off has been won back. Ryan first can't settle it. Puck is chipped up. He gloves it down. DeCero chips it in. Sean Walsh picks it up. Prang forechecks. Turnover force. Justinik picks it up. Back to Prang on the cycle. Knights looking to get to work. Pass to the top of the slot. First shot. And a save by DiGirolamo. The Long Island Goals product shuts the door. 12:13 now remaining in the period. Kinkowski. Ress. McGuire. Head back out. Alamia. Mascaro on the back end. DeCero. Justinik, Prang remain out on not the point. First and McRae. Face-off is won by the Knights. Prang can't get a shot off. Ress. Lead pass. Off the boot of the captain and sent back in by the Knights defender McRae. Knights have checked up. No, still delayed offsides. They have to check up. Prang on the forecheck still as the puck comes out. McRae with possession now. McGuire looking to force a turnover. Can't. Ress enters the fray. Mascaro stands Justinik up at the line, and now Nicky Ress with possession. Pass. Intended for Kinkowski. Well ahead of its target. Christian McRae settles. Pulls up. Looks D to D. McGuire on the forecheck. Comes around the wall. Racing in. Mascaro holds the line. Knights with possession. Ress on the forecheck. Pass back up the wall. Justinik looking. Can't thread the needle to Desaro. Mascaro throws the big hit. Rest. Back, covering. Puck up and into the zone, and we get a whistle. Gonna wait and see. I believe this is just gonna be an offsides call, but this game, don't want to jump the gun, don't want to seem too sure of myself. We've seen a lot of penalties in this one. A back and forth battle. 11-17 remaining in the period. Alp-Octu versus Jesse Lemza in the dot. Face off. One forward by Octu. Poked off his stick. Ronald Kemley. Lead pass. Jesse Lemza looking towards the slot. Play is broken up by Capice. Comes back. Brunelli has it. Under pressure from Capice. Sent down to one knee. Recovers. Drop pass. Lemza cuts in. Wraparound attempt. Turned aside, and we get a whistle. A stop by DiGirolamo. Holding his pipe nicely there. 10:57 now remaining in the frame. And don't forget to use this stoppage to subscribe to the LI Sports Network YouTube channel and follow at LI Sports Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Kemley in the dot again, matched up against Octu. Sachem riding their top 6 forwards, their top 4 defensemen down the stretch. As that puck comes around the wall, Granelli forcing a turnover, but comes right back out. Then passes behind Lemza. Both teams shorthanded. Sachem entered the game down 3 of their players. Unavailable as a shot from Cohen is blocked, ends up redirected into the corner. 3 key pieces for them, 2 key pieces for the Knights, most notably Ryan Walsh. It's a pass across towards the slot is intercepted. Kinkowski flips it up and out. Colin Calber picks it up as Maximus Hudzinski blows a tire. Pass ahead, Kinkowski racing after it, and a save by Crownhammer. Hudzinski recovering nicely there. Gets back and helps make the stop. There aren't many players in the league that can keep up with Kinkowski. He's one of them. But coming in tonight, no Cameron Calber, no Chris O'Hay, no Michael Matera. 3 speedy players there, and no Ryan Walsh and Nick Siegler for the Knights. And then the Knights lose one All-Star skills competition participant as that shot's turned aside with 10:13 remaining in the period. Those were Sean Richardson and John Coyle, respectively. Had to kill off 2 5-minute majors. They ended up coming away even on that. 1 shorty and allowing just 1 power play goal. Kinkowski shot kicked out by Krauthammer. Held in by Mascaro. Ends up in the skates of Monty. And it comes out of the zone. Turnover forced. Sent back in. Calber on the attack. McRain with possession. Looks to reverse. Greg Galgano. Lead pass intended for Prang. He gets a stick on it. Alamia races after it. Siegler on the attack. Puck comes to Monty. He cuts towards center ice. Pulls in. Enters the zone. Drop pass intended for Calber. Broken up. The alternate captain forces a change of possession. Alamia gets it back, but play is broken up by Siegler. Second effort by Alamia. Puck comes to Kinkowski. He enters. Pulls up. Toe drag. Cuts in. Shot! And he can't find the back of the net. First collects it. Knights with possession. Kinkowski on the attack. The Sachem captain just won't quit, but Greg Monty takes over in pursuit as D-to-D pass. McRain looks up ice, finds Galgano, and Siegler chips it in. Alamia picks it up. Play is nearly broken up by Jack Salva. Lead pass all the way out to Alp-Octu. Coming in. Cuts in. Takes a whack. Loses his stick. Battling with first for possession. Sachem can't come away with it. DeCero does, but Wandling holds it in. Round the wall. Octu with possession. First gets it back on the attack. Wandling can't come away with it. Bobic has it, collects it on his backhand, under pressure. Pass to the point, makes its way through. Walsh right back to Bobic. At the top of the right wing dot, carries it towards the half wall, tries to slip through DeCero, can't. Wandling gets tied up. Knights force a turnover. 3-on-2 developing. Sachem on the back check. DeCero enters, chips it in, around the wall. Capice picks it up. Pass comes to Wandling. Up but not out of the zone. It's held in by Maximus Hudzinski. Chip back in. Sean Walsh has it. Under pressure. Sent up the wall. Knights get it right back in, but Bobic retakes control, heads up ice, lead pass, Capice. Slips it past Hudzinski, takes a hit. Bovich collects, pulls up, pass across, intended for Octu in the skates of Cohen. Sent up and out of the zone, Walsh racing after it, Salva trying to take the angle, and Walsh sends him to the ice. We get a whistle and a penalty. Stoppage coming with 7:34 remaining. A power play for the Knights. Walsh to the box. And actually, an interesting note, not sure if he mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, Sean Walsh is one of 2 Sachem players who were suspended in that game against the Knights, the other being their captain, Kinkowski, but his minor penalty here tonight leads to the Knights having a chance to even things up on the power play. Lemza to Kemley, looking for the pass, back to Lemza, give and go. Sent towards the front, rings around the wall, Cohen walking the line. Pass to the dot, Grinelli, back to Cohen, walking in, pass back to Grinelli, shot, redirected wide, Kinkowski racing after, lifts the stick of Lemza. On the cycle, it comes to Kemley. Lemza, shot, turned aside by DiGirolamo, Mascaro, under pressure, can't settle it. Pass comes to the front, Lemza, tied up, puck comes free, Kinkowski looking to settle the rolling puck, he's racing up ice with speed. Coming in, chips it past Cohen, races after it, Krauthammer comes out, and makes the stop. Heading the other way. Icing waved off as Lemza gets a stick on it. Boxed out nicely there. Mascaro using his size. But Lemza rescues it. Grinelli shot. Rebound comes free. Picked up by Kinkowski. He sends it the length of the ice. On the other side of the sheet, Krauthammer settles it. Makes the pass to Connor Cohen. Looking up ice. Play is initially broken up by Monty, but KPC defender settles it. Grinelli enters. Separated from the puck, Richie Bovich pulls up, curls towards the wall, sends it off the wall, but Kemley flex, pass backdoor shot, save! Krauthammer. 35 seconds remaining on the power play. Walking in, Grinelli, knocked off the puck by Monty, battling for possession beneath the goal line. Knights come away with it, comes to the point, Cohen, D, Lemza, backdoor, pass, shot, over the net. Lemza on the opposite side, Monty chips it up and out. Now 15 seconds remain on the power play. Cohen to Grinelli, forced to pull up. Knights looking to reset. Monty ties him up. Bovich, second effort. Knights enter the zone, 3-on-2. Pass across. Lemza looking back to the slot. Off the back of the net. 3 seconds remaining. Power play will expire. Knights with possession. Stefan Hudzinski, pass, backdoor, save! No, it slips in! Jesse Lemza! As the power play expires, the Knights tie things up. It initially appeared that it was going to glance off DiGirolamo as they do a great job. The puck comes behind the net. Kemley is on the opposite side. He pulls up there nicely. Quick turnaround. DiGirolamo sliding across. And it appears that it went off the Sachem netminder and in. Jesse Lemza knots things up. 5:29 remaining. Game is tied at 4 apiece. Sachem sending it in there. On the attack, Octu versus First. Knights defender comes away with it, poked free. Wraparound attempt, poked out to the slot. Shot goes just wide. Octu with possession, under pressure. Saucers it. Calber, drop pass. Mascaro back to Calber. Under pressure. Pulls up, fires it back in. Max Hudzinski ties up Octu. Kinkowski under pressure. Back to Octu. He tries to walk in. Play is broken up again. Knights have possession. Looking to send it up and out of the zone. They do. Odd man rush developing. Prang is offsides by a mile. Still waiting for him to touch up as Salva now on the attack. Capice reverses. Mascaro picks it up. Under pressure from Prang. Trying to escape. Can't. Pinned along the wall. Sachem trying to come away with it. 4:30 remaining. As it stands, this game would require overtime. Puck comes out of the zone. Hudzinski settling it on his backhand. Looks D to D. Ryan First. Curls. Pulls up. Chips it off the wall. Play broken up by Calber. Trying to spring. Kinkowski with that pass. Nowhere near its intended recipient. Kinkowski calling for it on the back door. Looking for pass from Capice. Comes up out of the zone. Chips it to Octu. He settles it. Drop pass, broken up, comes free in the slot. Kalber redirects it, out to, loose, free, shot, save, rebound, still loose. Sachem battling for it. Knights come away with it. Hudzinski, stick lift. Kalber down to his knees, but the Knights get the clear, racing after Kankowski on the back check. Chipped in, KPC gets a change. Salva remains out as the forechecker. He'll head to the bench now. Lead pass, goes awry. Kalber trying to break the play up. Granelli is forced to turnover. Mascaro can't get it back. Second effort, gets it up but not out of the zone. It's kept in by Kemley, having a strong game here tonight. Pass intended for Lemza. He settles it. Shot, blocker to side. Knights still have it. Pass, Lemza drops it off. Intended for Granelli, can't connect. Sachem hemmed in their own zone. Kalber off the wall. Mascaro has to race after it, but Kemley wins the race. Lemza has it, battling in the corner. Sachem sends it up. Cohen holds it in, walks in, fires shot, redirected, loose in the slot, can't be settled. Shot blocked. Kemley that time, and Oktu to Kankowski. The Sachem captain coming in 1-on-3. Pulls up, toe drag, forced outside. Cuts in, wraparound, save! Krauthammer! Held it at the line, redirected, save, second attempt, and it's gloved by the Knights netminder. What a save by Jason Krauthammer. Kankowski comes in 1-on-3. Cuts the outside, pulls up there, and he looks for the wraparound, and Krauthammer makes the stop. And now a timeout. I believe that was called by Sachem. 9:08. I apologize, reading the time there. Looking at my screen, trying to get the scores board up, but my apologies. 2:42 remaining. A timeout by Sachem. The equalizer from Jesse Lemza, the lone goal of the period. Krauthammer has shut the door at every turn here in the third frame. Sean Richardson, John Coyle gone from the game. The first goal, Knights jumping out to a 2-score lead early in that first frame. Ronald Kemley assisted by Sean Richardson. Jack Salva assisted by John Coyle. Then Joe Capice puts Sachem on the board, assisted by Thomas Kankowski and Colin Kalber. Colin Kalber finds the back of the net, also assisted by Thomas Kankowski. Alp Oktu finds the back of the net, also assisted by Thomas Kankowski, also assisted by Colin Kalber. Jesse Lemza knotted things up, shorthanded goal, assisted by Tyler Granelli and Maximus Hudzinski. And then Thomas Kankowski scored a 5-on-3 one-time clapper, assisted by none other than Colin Kalber, his longtime running mate, with 4:18 remaining in the third. But Jesse Lemza, right after the power play expired, with a game-tying goal, 5:29 remaining, assisted by Ronald Kemley. Back and forth they go. 2:42 remaining. Colin Kalber versus, I believe that's Jack Salva in the dot. Knights come away with it. Racing up ice. Kankowski, poke check at the line. Breaks the play up, comes back out. McGrain, Monty racing after it. Breaks free, pulls up, carries it towards the front, kicked out, loose, in the slot. Comes out of the zone, knocked down. Prang says thank you very much. Coming in 1-on-1. Pulls up, curls towards the wall, loses possession. Justinik rescues it to Prang. Give and go, won't go. Puck rolling on both Knights players. Capice looking for the clear. Colin Kalber battling forward in the corner. 2 minutes remaining. Justinik had it momentarily, but now racing up ice. Colin Kalber with speed. 66 enters the zone, cuts in to his backhand, looking for a pass to the slot, can't find it. Moves to the point, Mascaro, shot, blocked, redirected. Prang in the slot, Monty rescues it. Curls, escapes, puck comes free. Kankowski with possession, toe drag, pulls up, pulls in, shot, won't go. Second attempt, they wave it off, the net comes off. 1:31 remaining. The potential game winner, but the net is kicked off, and you see here that beautiful toe drag. Kankowski coming in, and he gets pushed into the net by Justinik. You can see it right as rain, clear as day. There's no argument about it. And that's why the Sachem players are so upset about that, because when you knock your own net off, and you can see on the replay, it's clearly Stick in the back, both hands up. Classic cross check. And again, our on-ice officials, they do a great job. They do the best of what they have. And really cannot criticize them here tonight. But we have the replay angle. It's not reviewable. It's just for fun. And it's a defensive zone draw for the Knights. They escape that time. They win the draw as well. Cohen sends it up. Alamia gloves it down. And we get a whistle for a hand pass. 1:24 remaining in the third frame. As it stands, this game would require overtime. Kalber versus Lemza in the dot. And it's won by the Knights. They have possession in their own zone. D to D, Ryan first, looking up the wall, has Granelli, finds him on his backhand, chips it up. Walsh breaks it up. Puck is knocked down, battling for it. Enters, Lemza, onsides, sent the other way. Kankowski looking to collect, gets tied up with Monty. Now heading the other way, Knights, 3-on-2. Kankowski the back checker, Lemza to the outside, cutting back in, shot, save, DiGirolamo. 56.2 seconds remaining. A timeout for KPC. DiGirolamo with the glove save here. Matt time, 56.2 remaining. Head coach Sean Rochester going through the play of his club. Assistant coaches Kevin McGuire, and I believe that's George Alamia. On the other side for the Knights, Dwayne Kilmer, their head coach. Frank Paratori, Anthony Napoli, and Daniel O'Donnell as well. Timeout has ended. The fourth coach for Sachem, if I was wrong about that being Alamia, would be Phil Trocchio, but I believe I was correct about it being Alamia. And Kemley in the dot versus Bovich. Face-off is one back. Sean Walsh around the wall. Bovich racing after it. Octu trying to settle it. Bovich can't come away with it. Joe Capice. Sachem looking for a clear. Puck comes to Richie Bovich. Flips it up and out. Racing after it. It's going to be settled by Connor Cohen. Racing up ice. Wandling. Provides pressure. Bovich forces him to pull up. Turnover force. Out Octu can't settle it. Sachem battling for possession. Looking to come away with it. They can't. Pass off the wall. First collects for the Knights. Comes in. 20 seconds remaining. Walks in to the outside. Looking to cut back in. Pulls up. Pass across, deflected by Walsh. Bovich sends it off the wall. Puck trickles out, dies out just short of the line. Cohen against Wandling. Sachem with possession. 5 seconds remaining. Tied up. And this game is going to overtime. Overtime forthcoming on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. 4 minutes on the clock. A game that has gone down to the wire. Sachem surviving despite being assessed 2 5-minute majors. They came away with 1 goal shorthanded. They gave up 1 on the power play. They got the equalizer at even strength in the third period. And now DiGirolamo and Krauthammer head back out to their respective creases. Lemza, Granelli first, and Cohen for the Knights. Correction, it's actually Jack Salva up front, 16-26. On the other side, Colin Calver, Thomas Kankowski, Craig Monty, and Joe Capice. Face-off. 1 to Kankowski. Calver forces a turnover to Kankowski. Shot over the net. Knights get it clear. Puck comes all the way down, but No icing as that one goes off the boards. Capiz collects. Lemza on the forecheck. Capiz reverses. Has Monty with him. Waits for Calber, finds the captain. He races up ice, cuts to the outside, looks to cut back in. Carries, has it, stick lift. Cohen comes away with it. First, on the reverse. Calber forces him to pull up. Cohen looking to Lemza. Pass off the wall. And offsides is the call. Good catch by the official. 3:10 remaining. Overtime appears we had a bit of an issue for our scoreboard. Once again, my apologies for that. 3:10 remaining in the frame. Knights win the draw. Kinkowski breaks up the play. Puck sent the length of the ice. And we get a whistle. 3:03 remaining. First, Cohen, Lemza, Salva out for the Knights. Calberer, Holland, Thomas Kinkowski, Greg Monty, Joe Capiz. Face off, one forward. Connor Cohen under pressure, sent towards the slot. Monty can't settle it. Knights 2-on-1 heading the other way. Kinkowski racing back. Pass to Lemza, shot. Ends up free, sent up and out. Calberer, Monty joining him. Kinkowski racing ahead. 3-on-3, cutting in. Play broken up. Initially, Calberer pass off the wall. Turnover. Grinelli off the bench, looking for Salva. Pass across. Ahead of him. 2:30 now remaining. Sent towards the front of the net. Redirected in the corner. Kinkowski against Grinelli. Play is broken up initially. Knights come away with it. Pass towards the front. Mascaro breaks up. Comes to first. Walking into the slot. Looking for the shot. Has it. Pulls up. Fires. Turns aside. Rebound is free. DiGirolamo makes the stop. Clock winding down here in overtime. 2:16 remaining. That's all that remains. Each team looking for that critical second point. If neither team comes away with it, in all likelihood, East Islip comes away with the conference. Knights leading a change late off the draw. Coming in, shot, turned aside. Racing after it off the bench, Kemley. Octu pokes it free, looking for Kinkowski. Finds him, 2-on-1, Calber in front. Broken up by first. The play that is, and Kinkowski to Calber. Rolls on him, beneath the goal line, 2 minutes remaining. Pass, shot, save. Rebound is free. Knights come away with it. Under pressure, Octu, turnover, shot. Glancing off Krauthammer. Sachem collects, looking towards the front. Pass to Mascaro, pulls up, pass. Kinkowski across, redirected off Krauthammer. He kicks it free first, lead pass. Slips past Kemley. Octu settling it, under pressure. Puck is deflected into the air, Cohen settles it. Octu ties him up along the wall. Grinelli races in to rescue it. Under pressure. Lead pass. Comes to Kemley, 1-on-1. Mascaro forcing him outside. Kemley pulls up. Pass towards the slot, broken up. Intended for Kinkowski. Goes awry. Grinelli shot, glove save, and a beauty for DiGirolamo. 1:13 remaining in regulation. Rather in overtime, I should say, but irregardless. We saw 45 minutes go by. We're now in overtime. Kemley wins the draw, racing after it. Lemza comes away with it. Cuts in, walks in, toe drag shot, off the iron. Knights have it. Pass the front, backdoor shot, save DiGirolamo. Under a minute remaining in overtime. Octu forces the three. Calber with Kinkowski, racing ahead. Comes in, looking across, can't find him. Shot, over the net. Puck comes free on the other side. Grinelli with Kemley, racing after it. Octu, Kinkowski, 2-on-1. Walks in, shot, scores! Two-on-1 in overtime, under a minute remaining. The shot, top shelf, Tyler Grinelli. The Knights survive. They come away with the win. And they wave goodbye. Thank you so much for watching on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Final score, Knights survive. They complete the comeback 5-4 in overtime. And our favorite honorary coach, Lucian, takes to the ice. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in. And we'll say goodbye for now. We'll be right back on Monday night.